All of creation will behold the steadfastness of the Lord and the unceasing failure of the nation and its people. And this is not without a greater purpose. In the never-ceasing failure of the people, through their rebellion, harlotries, and rejection of the Lord, and through the unswerving faithfulness of the Lord in his keeping them as a people, despite their failings, his very nature as the covenant-keeping God is revealed. For the most part, this is either ignored, think of replacement theology, overlooked, think of replacement theology, or misunderstood, think of replacement theology by all of the people of the world. But if someone truly wants an example of the unlimited grace and mercy of the Lord and of his covenant-keeping nature, despite all else, all he needs to do is consider in its proper light the nation of Israel that has been, Israel that is, and Israel as it is promised to be. When one believes that God has replaced Israel with the church, he has an unbalanced, even a skewed sense of God's faithfulness. Eventually, there will always be a fault in how such a person perceives the word grace. He may say that good works are a necessary part of saving faith. He may say that salvation can be lost. He may point his fingers at the unsaved and decide, hey, they're not even worth saving, and so on. But he will never truly understand what it means that a person is saved, continues to be saved, or that he is even worth saving at times by demonstrating faith and nothing else when presented with the gospel of Jesus Christ. Paul says that the law is a tutor to lead people to Christ. If that is so, then it is those under the law who are the example of what that means. As Daniel 9 tells us that there are 7 more years of law left for this group of people, that example continues on to this very day. Until that time of law comes, the punishment for disobeying the law from the past continues on in them. Nobody in his right mind would disagree that the last 2,000 years have been a fulfillment of what it is stated in Deuteronomy 28. If this is so, then it means that the words of Deuteronomy 28 still apply to Israel. And if they do, then it means that Israel is still bound to them. And if that is so, then Israel has not been replaced by the church. They are simply waiting to be brought into what the church has already received. Be sound in your theology in this regard, and you will understand the magnitude of what Moses is saying to the people right there on the eastern shores of the Jordan River. Verse